From Our Savior Lutheran Church in West Columbia, South Carolina, this is Daily Prayer with Pastor Lance for Monday, October 19th in the year 2020. Well, last week on Monday, we had a story out of Exodus where Moses had come down with the first set of the Ten Commandments and found all the people celebrating about the golden calf, and Moses throws them down. Of course, the golden calf explodes or what have you, or gets burned up. And then after that, God tells Moses, go on. Get on going to the promised land, right? I'll send out an angel in front of you to lead you. I'll defeat all the enemies in that land. I'm going to help you out, but I'm not going to be with you. And the people are crushed. They're crushed. And let's see how that deal is kind of going on.
A reading from the 40th chapter of Exodus, verses 34 through 38. Then the cloud covered the tent of meeting, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. Moses was not able to enter the tent of meeting because the cloud settled upon it, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. Whenever the cloud was taken up from the tabernacle, the Israelites would set out on each stage of their journey. But if the cloud was not taken up, then they did not set out until the day that it was taken up. For the cloud of the Lord was on the tabernacle by day, and fire was in the cloud by night, before the eyes of all the house of Israel at each stage of their journey.
Okay, what happened was that Moses had come to God and said, hey man, we need you. We need you. And you know me by name. Right? We're buddies, right? I've done everything you've asked of me. And I'm asking something more now. You can't leave us all alone. And God says, well, yeah, you've been a faithful guy. I'll be with you. And so he continues to occupy that tent of meeting. Now, sometimes the scriptures talk about that Moses could go into the tent of meeting and talk to God face to face. And it would literally change Moses' appearances. He would, become radiant in the face. But here in this part of the story, when God on a cloud descends into the tent of meeting, not even Moses can go in because the fullness of the glory of God fills it up. And when it goes away, what do? They keep on moving. And they'll take the next stage of their journey because, it's time to move on because God's moved on. All right, time for us to get moving again. And so they move on forward and they take each step, and then they stop periodically, set up the tent of meeting. God comes down, assures the people that he is with them by his presence and by the signs, cloud during the day, fire at night, right above the tent of meeting. And then when it lifts up, they say, okay, time to move on. We'll see God again at our next stop, basically. And so, God never really has left them, right, so to speak. He's threatened it. They mourned. They put Moses into a position where he's got to go and ask for favors. But God complies. Why? Why? These are his people. He's not going to just leave them out in the lurch. So, God is still with them. He'll still speak to Moses, sometimes face to face, sometimes just through prayer. But he remains steadfast, faithful to his nation. There's a verse in John in the New Testament where Jesus tells his disciples there is no greater thing than to lose one's life for your friends. And of course he's talking about the disciples, but Jesus didn't just die for the disciples. He died for all of us. And so that is, God considers us all, not just his creations, not just his beloved children, but considers us friendship. What we have between us is a friendship. And that's friendship with God. That's amazing. Just amazing. It puts you in a grateful mood, I'll say. And this time of year, I was driving through parts of South Carolina last week and saw the cotton fields, or just about ready to harvest. And it just reminds me of all the things that God abundantly provides for us through our farms and through our ranches, our orchards. And so today, because it is October, this is a good time to give God thanks for the harvest. And that's our prayer today. Most gracious God, according to your wisdom, the deep waters are opened up and clouds drop gentle moisture. We praise you for the return of planting and harvest season, for the fertility of the soil, for the harvesting of the crops, and for all other blessings that you in your generosity pour out on all people. Give us a faithful understanding of your mercy, that our lives may show respect and care for your creation. Through Jesus Christ, our Savior and Lord, who taught us his disciples to pray, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Hey, it's a new week starting. You should start off with a subscription to this YouTube channel. Please like and share the video if you would as well.